Warning, this is Jake's first walkthrough of Katawa Shoujo, and has no idea what to expect. But upon saying that, some content may be inappropriate for kiddies.
Previously on Katawa Shoujo.
Heart attack! One-eyed chick, classic pink-haired girl with glasses. Right here, she's deaf. Right here, over bubbly laughingness. He's got a scarf, that is top, and it's Gryffindor colors, that is awesome. My life is not a game here, or is it?
And
Let's play Risk. Who is this lady? Oh, she's blind. That's what I was thinking. Ha! It's you! I finally found you! When she runs, they just run away! Where was I? Oh yes, vast feminine conspiracy. And she's got no legs!
And
Even without a voice, Shizune is direct and brash, and Misha seems to get along with everyone. On the other hand, Lily is soft-spoken and relaxed, while Hanako seems to be the shyest girl I've ever met. Polar opposites. Is she eating with her feet? That is top! Like the color when you wake up and you know that you saw the meaning of life in your dream but can't remember it? What does that even mean? And you're naked. Happy day. You're right, the difference between us is like heaven and hell. Oh! Snap! Crackle and pop! And it's not hard to guess which one you might represent. Oh! It's a tempest, it grows.
and our story continues.
Hey there, everybody out there in YouTube land. Jake, the OneManBand, is back again playing more Katawa Shoujo. When we left off, we saw a fight between two girls, one who couldn't see the other, one who couldn't hear the other, and now we're probably gonna get a scolding of a lifetime. So let's go on. I'm so tired. She's hanging her head limply on her desk, looking exhausted. I used the opportunity to reconcile with Shizune a bit. Without getting roped into the student council thing again, I thought, though I suspect that door is now closed for me. Festival preparations must be tough for you. Indeed, the people in this school seem to be taking the festival very seriously. Whenever I see people idling around before and after classes, they're always talking about their plans for it. It's probably going to be like the big momentous occasion that something important's going to happen in. It's kind of neat to see everyone being so enthusiastic about it. I'm probably the only one who doesn't have something to do. You're like the Scrooge of this place. Shizune scoffs at me first, as if trying to decide whether to ignore or sneer at me. But in the end, she starts signing without doing either. Misha perks up looking at her hands with slightly unfocused eyes. ... She signs with harsh, heavy, dramatic strokes. Maybe this was a mistake. Misha translates her signing into speech for me. She does it so well, it's almost like Shizune is actually speaking, transmitting her thoughts directly through Misha. She must have practiced this vigorously. Or they're all just psychic spies for the feminist conspiracy. Well, of course, we're in the student council, you know, so we're pretty busy. ... It's an important duty of ours to ensure the success of the festival with all our strength. ... We would shame ourselves in front of the past student council generations if the festival were to fail. ... That's why there must be no flaws, I think that was encumbrances. Nothing that might make the festival short of perfect. Perfect is a difficult thing to achieve. So difficult that it's impossible. All you can do is do your best. Shizune's passionate speech and Misha's enacting are really oddly fitting of them. Oh, hello. Hello who? Oh, Hanako, you finally arrived. I have a message for you. I look over my shoulder and see Hanako peering timidly into the classroom, most of her body's hidden behind the door. Hey! Playing delinquent again? That's not nice! Hanako blushes hard as Misha's straightforward jab, even if it's only a jest. ... Shizune stares at her probingly, causing Hanako to look down and start backing away, to the point where only her fingers can be seen wrapped nervously around the edge of the door. Don't scare people, man! Maybe she is showing her dislike of Hanako by association of her dislike of Lily. It appears so, and Hanako probably knows it as well. What is it, Hanako? Has Lily been here? Sorry, haven't seen Sato. She came by this morning though. Man, she just cuts off my line. Misha, thanks. Hanako keeps looking uneasily at Shizune, who stares back at her with her usual studying gaze. What is she trying to do? She's trying to intimidate her. She's mean. Of course, Shizune isn't going to look away, and she is intimidating enough as it is, so I can only imagine how terrified Hanako would be. It is a little uncomfortable watching Hanako's reaction to Shizune's normal behavior. This is what happens when two people of two different extremes meet, I seem. Yeah, I mean, you got the extremely timid and shy and the extremely straightforward. You guys gotta find a nice compromise to meet at. Did you know where she is? ... If she has any sense in her head, she'll be in her classroom, working on their festival projects, but who knows where that woman is loitering at. You need to find her? She was looking for you in the morning, but I guess you have missed each other. She waits a little without answering the simple question, looking awfully like she's not... I couldn't figure out that word. I'm sorry. Looking awfully like she's not sure if it's proper to answer such a question. Yeah. I can come with you. If it's okay, May need a guard or, shoulder to cry on, something. Hanako nods frantically, still on guard. Her shoulders shift like wood. I get the feeling that she might be more comfortable by herself after all, but it's too late to back off now. She has this really troubled expression she seems to wear almost constantly, one that makes me constantly use that close together. It confused me. Constantly be on guard myself. I wonder why. I kind of understand why she always seems to be so wary, or maybe more like why there could be a person like her. But I still have no idea how I should act around such a person. It's dinner time soon. Were you planning to eat with Lily? She nods slightly. So she must have been trying to get in the cafeteria. Well, there's something of a dinner crowd, just like the cafeteria is crowded during lunch. It's not as bad because dinner time is longer than lunch hour, but I can understand why Hanako could be discouraged from going in. I pick up my bag and we take our leave. Hanako skips a little to meet my initial pace, so I slow down to match her speed. Alrighty, we're escorting Hanako to the cafeteria to meet with Lily. It doesn't take long for us to be walking at a comfortable pace down the hallway. It almost feels like we're going for a stroll together. Something that I can say can't See the apostrophe in the T, Jake? That means can't. Something that I can't say I've really done before with a girl. Well, you could have, but then you had your whole heart problem. And now you're in this mess. Hanako doesn't seem to be thinking the same thing, though. Even though we are walking at the same pace, she never comes within arm's reach of me. I guess she's still a little uncomfortable around me. Given how shy she is, there doesn't seem to be much helping it, at least for now. By the time we arrive at the cafeteria, there's not much of a crowd there, but Lily is nowhere to be seen. Okay. Now, if I were a blind girl, where would I be? These questions that plague my mind. Hanako's head sinks even lower than usual. Have you looked somewhere else already? Just at the library. I was reading. So she does spend the classes she skips at the library. Because she's learning, she's reading from real life experiences. I like this music. It's not, I wouldn't say upbeat, but it's just happy. Just kind of smooth, kind of jazzy. I'm not exactly not exactly a thorough search then. Well, if I had to guess, she'd be in her own class like Shizune said, right? But we were just there. We were like 2 feet away. Right. With the slightest of nods, Hanako agrees with my reasoning. God, she's being so awkward. She's not being awkward, she's just being shy, receded. It's like I need to double layer silk gloves with padding to even begin interacting with her. Some small talk might help her become a bit more used to me. It isn't hard to tell that the silence between us is hovering on the edge of both our minds. So, you and Lily usually hang out together after class, right? Yes. I'm not quite sure what I expected from her answer, nor why I even asked the question. You're making small talk. That's what you do with girls. You make small talk, you get to know them, and then they're your friend. That much was rather obvious after all. She doesn't seem like the type to cultivate a social circle either, so I suspect that Lily may well be her only friend. Must be a pain being in different classes, I'm guessing. She gives a sharp, almost reflexive nod. Compared to Lily's careful thought about her actions and speech, Hanako hastens to make her answer as prompt and short as possible. Lily comes by the classroom, though, even when she's busy. She gives a small smile as she says it, evidently appreciating the fact that Lily goes out of her way to help her. Well, that's what you do for friends. You help them, even if they are out of the way. It's pretty cute, really. There isn't any need to say more. Both of us content that the discussion reached an end. As we ascend the stairs back to the lobby, where we are met by a group of students heading downstairs like a school of fish moving from one feeding area to another. They seem to be keeping mostly to themselves, but before I can notice her doing so, Hanako has moved around behind me. Hey, are you alright? Just keep going. Alrighty, I'll be your meat shield. The students pass us without so much as a second glance, and Hanako takes up position to my side again as we enter the building. Her momentary reprise from her NXT, of her anxiety has been snatched away. I'm learning new words just from reading this. This is amazing. Even as we climb towards the 3rd floor, she doesn't seem to relax. It isn't as if I've never known a shy person before, or even shy girls, but Hanako seems to be pretty far beyond what I'd call normal in her fear of other people. I used to be kind of like that, real receded and shy, but then I took drama class and that all went out the window. If it weren't for Lily acting as her mentor, I doubt Hanako would have been able to walk beside me like that. She seems to completely shut down in the presence of others. The rest of us walk up to Lily's classroom, continues in strained silence. When I rue her inability to socialize at all. After we make our way up the stairs, the noise coming from Lily's classroom is audible from the hallway, halfway down the hallway. I wasn't expecting such a din at all. Din. Such a din. Is that a word? Well, I guess we found her. This wasn't hard. Did Hanako come here first, then come to me as backup, I wonder? The question of the day. Did Hanako indeed? Was she truly looking for Lily, or did she just come to see me? Well, if that's true, then at least she's starting to trust me a little. That can only be a good thing. Eventually, the two of us reached the door to class 3-2, while with Hanako less than subtly posing herself behind me, I opened the door. Hello? Inside is a hive of activity, seemingly every student in the class talking at once as they work hurriedly on their separate tasks. Going by the paint cans, decorations, and banners being made, it must be for the upcoming school festival. But wait, I thought class 3-2 was for the blind and mostly blind. Well, I guess they have helpers that are helping them make things, but whatever. I guess my first priority should be finding Lily. ... That's Shizune's line. She's not here. There. Finding her amongst the din. There's that word again, din. I'm gonna look it up. After I make this video. Finding her among the din is surprisingly easy, not the least because of her looks. With a couple of students gathered around her as she stands at the front of the class, she seems to be in charge of the preparations, or at least busy organizing them. Yeah, and she's really tall, so, you know, you could easily find someone if they're tall. Carefully navigating a path through the various students, hunched over the floor from lack of desk. I need some water. Ah, there, now I can talk like a normal Jake. Lack of desk space. I raise my hand entirely out of habit as we finally reach Lily. She's blind. Hi, Lily. She perks her head up as she breaks off, talking to a noticeably smaller girl who must be her classmate, trying to listen as best she can. Sorry, who? Sorry, Hisho. I have Hanako with me. Hi. She's pretty skittish, considering the number of people around. It isn't too hard to work out why. Lily takes a moment's pause to access assess the situation before turning to the other student once again. For the moment, just ask Morie for his advice. Kenji's busy with painting one of the banners already. So Kenji is in this class! Oh no, I should probably get out of here. I don't know, man. It's either stay here with the ladies and maybe run into Kenji, or get out now and just get away from that. A quick nod and she bounces off, fingers carefully sliding along the wall's face for orientation. Wait, Kenji? That Kenji? Yes, that Kenji! I quickly turn around, leaning to the side and to see past Hanako. Sure enough, in the corner of the room, Kenji's hunched over a sheet of cloth as he paints it. His eyes remain only inches from the brush, reminding me of how close he had to be to make out my face when I met him. Sorry about that. Our class doesn't have many students with even partial eyesight, so they're in high demand. That's right, class. Yeah, I just went over this, like about maybe, 2 minutes ago? That's right. Class 3-2 is specifically for students with poor vision. Preparing them for the festival must be pretty arduous for them. See, and Shizune's getting all up in their business when it's like they're all blind, or mostly blind. Just get off. Come on. They need help too. Need a hand? I could give you help if you need some. Maybe Hanako could too. A chance to set her mind on something would be good, but I doubt she has the courage to ask outright. She quickly nods in affirmation afterwards, so I'm confident that I made the right move. But she does still have a little frowny on her face. Lily gives a noticeable sigh of relief. Ah, that's good. This might actually get finished before everyone goes off to dinner now. Would you be able to help the person painting the main banner? It's a big task for him to do, but nobody else can help. It almost looks like she's praying. That's so nice. Kenji? Sure. Oh, okay. She seems surprised that I know him. I can't really blame her. I take it you've met? Our rooms in the dorm are right next to each other. Hard to miss each other, really. Well, it's good to see you're getting, friends so fast. Would I count him as my friend? Friend, I wonder if that's the right word to use for him. Hanako's silence during the proceedings reminds me of the reason I put her up to helping in the first place. We'll go help him then. He knows what he's doing, right? That's right. Just ask if you have any problems. Coursing in Ascent. I don't know. Hanako and I begin another trek across the classroom. Kenji sits crouched on the floor, his gaze fixed on the white calico in front of him. Hey, Kenji. No answer. He continues dragging his paint soaked brush along the large half-paint kanji. Kanji. Kinda weird. That's sketched on the sheet in pencil. Kenji. Huh? What? Who is it? If this is the way he treats his classmates, it's no small wonder he's working on this alone. It's me. It's skip that. It's me, Hishio, from the... Right. I know that, man. What are you doing here, though? His dismissive attitude annoys me. He must be the type that really gets focused on his work, hating to be disturbed by anyone until he's done, I suppose. I can respect that. I'm kind of the same way. While we talk, the sound of Hanako's footsteps as she walks out from behind me reminds me that she's here. I was just going to help with the banner. Hanako and I, that is. Hello. Oh, hey. I guess that's okay. As soon as Hanako enters the equation, his demeanor takes a complete about-face. His sudden foul hospitality is slightly unsettling. But I thought he didn't trust females. Strange. Oh, right, women. On second thoughts, this might not have been a great idea after all. Hanako and I grudgingly set ourselves down on the opposite side of the cloth banner to Kenji, noting the several small paint tins on the ground around it. Class 3-2, noodle stall. Noodles. You guys selling noodles at the festival on Sunday? Yeah, some stalls outside or something. Or something. His non-comedical nature sparks a fair amount of suspicion on my behalf. The task at hand comes first, though. Well, he's probably not going to the festival. We already know he doesn't go outside because of the bird poop. So, how do you want to split this? We do borders while you do text, or do you want to switch and do the borders? Text is mine. You do borders. Well, at least he's not... what's the word I'm looking for? It's flippy floppy? No, it's he doesn't like change his mind often. I'll think of it like at the end of the episode. I'll be all like, that's the word. But anyway, he has surprisingly strong feelings on the topic. As I reach over to grab the brush, I notice Hanako's already debating between colors to use. You should use green. By the time I've put brush to cloth, she's already started on a delicate pattern. Looks like my idea of taking her mind off everyone around her worked. With a dark blue stroke, the three of us silently get to work. Not before Kenji takes advantage of Hanako's working to lean towards me and whisper conspiratorially, though. Okay, man. Why are you here? Hanako just wanted some help to find Lily, that's all. He apparently disapproves of my motives. I get it. It looks like I misjudged you. You're infiltrating them, aren't you? Getting deep undercover. I should have guessed. Letting the truth slip by him would probably be better than outright lying or annoying him in any case. Is that why you're here? Obviously, it sucks, but there's no better way to get intel than going in yourself. We're gonna stick together, man. This is a harsh school, a harsh world. Yeah, very harsh. Well, you know what? I think the best course of action is to stick with him. Because it's better to have the crazies on your side than have them not on your side. He misses my true meaning as he leans back, satisfied I'm sympathetic to his cause. I better get down to work. Finished. Looks like I am too. Good job. The two of us comment on the lines of our patterns, mine being a close copy as I could manage of hers. With a grunt, I lean myself up from the floor and look around. Aside from Hanako and myself, there's only Kenji left finishing off a sign, as well as Lily and a couple of students talking amongst themselves in the classroom. Looking at my watch, it's no surprise, it's getting pretty late. Need a hand? I offer my hand to Hanako, which she uses to get herself up. What a gentleman, we're such a gentleman. I mean, first we escort her to the cafeteria, Then we help her hide. She hides behind us, and now we help her up when she's on the ground. We're such gentlemen. As she does, I can't help but glance at her wrist. If her scars extend even to there, just how much of her body was burned. It doesn't matter! It's what's on the inside! I feel a pang of guilt about it, however, as she quickly covers her wrist with her other hand. Looks good, doesn't it? She looks surprised for a moment, before noticing I mean the banner. It does, I guess. Her smile shows that she feels a slight sense of pride in the result, just as I do. Yay! We're making people smile! With the floor significantly neater than... with the floor significantly neater from the decorations being placed on desks and shelves, it is much easier to get to Lily as we cross the room. We finished the banner. I guess that's all that needs to be done? Lily gives an appreciative nod. Thank you, Hanako. If there's any way I can thank you. It's fine. Beats sitting in my room studying at any rate. I don't mind either. She nods before suddenly remembering one last person. Oh, is Kenji still here? Just as I open my mouth, Kenji gives the answer from the other side of the room. Yeah, just finished. He carefully slides his sign into the empty section of shelf to dry before quickly walking past us and out the door. See ya, man. Bye. I'll see you later, bro. The remaining two students say their goodbyes to Lily and start taking their cue to leave as well, leaving only the three of us. Well, I guess that's everyone. I hope we don't have to do anything like that again. Working past school time? Indeed. The class's plans this year were ambitious, maybe too ambitious. The stalls look nice, though. Aw, pretty smile. She's right, it shows that a lot of work goes into them. My, I'm sure a lot of us would be glad to hear that. At least not now there's not much work to do until the festival itself. You know, I just noticed something. Lily's the only one that has a long skirt. The more you know. It's getting pretty late. Should we go? That's probably a good idea. Are you going back to the dorms as well, Hisho? Yeah, I guess I'll tag along. The nighttime lighting really makes the gardens look quite different compared to the usual look of lush greenery. Things are much more calm. Being that it's so late, the lack of students around probably helps. The odd one or two can be seen scurrying to and from the dorms trying to eke the most out of their approaching curfews, but no more. All that can be heard is our footsteps, in addition to Lily's cane regularly gently tapping the ground in front of her. It's nice to finally be able to relax a bit after the mad rush during school. Without even noticing it, I let out a small yawn. Tired? Yeah. Still getting used to the flow of things, I guess. Then, the thing that Shizune took me off guard, though. I grit my teeth a little at the candid mention of their rather public spat. That said, I don't want to sort out what in the world was behind it. About that. I'm sorry about it being so public. Shizune and I go back some ways. What do you mean by that, girl? What do you mean go back by some ways? Her voice seems slightly irritated as she remembers Shizune, obviously unwilling to discuss it any further. I glance at Hanako for her views on this, but her expression is unsurprisingly evasive and difficult to read. Either way, I guess her apologizing for it is something, even if my curiosity goes unanswered. I'll be glad once this festival is over in any case. The change of topics welcome. Clearing the thickening air quickly. I can imagine. My old school's festivals were a lot more low-key than this. Yamaku stresses the idea of school community, so the staff likes to make our festivals and such special occasions. And yet the students are the ones who do the work. What an unfair world. Hanako and Lily both chuckle in agreement, savoring the fact that none of the staff are around to hear our grumbling. I suppose coming from a strict all-girls school helped me a bit with Yamaku. Compared to there, Yamaku is much more relaxed. That'd go away towards explaining her well-bred speech and behavior in any case. As we come to the dormitories, it eventually comes time to leave for our respective rooms. See you, Lily, Hanako. The two both give polite nods before setting off to the women's dorms just next to the guys. Okay, because I was getting a little confused. I was thinking, wait, so the dormitories are intermingled or separated by wings? But no, there's actually different buildings. Okay, that's good. No shenanigans going down. As is to be expected of such an arrangement, there's a staff member casually patrolling around outside to prevent any nighttime shenanigans. 'Cause I just said that! Alrighty, now we gotta learn his schedule. I'm kidding. Walking past him, I quickly stretch my arms and rub my neck, both quite sore after having worked on the floor for so long, before walking to my room. It feels good to actually have direction, though. After so long in the hospital, the everyday facts of studying, homework, and teachers seems almost a blessing. I guess if things continue like this, my time at Yamako might turn out okay. Alrighty, I think I'm gonna end the episode here. I already went for probably too long. But anyway, thanks for watching. Like and favor if you've enjoyed. Subscribe, of course. And I guess I'll see you guys next time. I'm out there on YouTube land. Yeah.